All right, so we got a question here from Jake.
Okay, Jakey.
Jakey boy. Would either of you be open to being in a throuple or having a third person in your relationship?
Oh,
that's juicy.
that's such a good question.
Good question, Jake.
Thanks, Jakey. So what are your thoughts on this?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
Not for me.
What about another girl? Like...
No.
Not another girl.
No. I just feel like I'm very old school in just like the traditional ways of like, what's mine is mine and I don't want to share it.
Yeah, that's so
Do you know what I mean?
It would be such a head
And like, think about it. Like, you know, say now you're in a relationship, right, with somebody and you're having a lot of sex and you know what each other likes and like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how each other work in the bedroom and all that sort of stuff. Then you just add a random in the mix that doesn't know what the is going on. It would be a bit techie. I'm not going to lie. I'd be confused.
Oh, you'd have to be so drunk.
Yeah.
You would have to be off your chops.
But I can imagine, no. I don't even want to picture it in my head, bro.
Yeah, look, like...
How would you feel about it?
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm going to be so open and honest on this podcast and people are going to just go, oh my God, I can't believe she's saying this. But like, for me, I think it's really attractive when like someone else wants your partner.
Oh yeah, of course.
Don't you think like I find it really hot? I'm like, that turns me on.
Yeah, because like you see value in your partner then because like it's like hot property.
No, not like I already see value in my partner, obviously. Yeah, I don't think I could do it with someone I've been in a long-term relationship that I was wanting to spend the rest of my life with because I feel like it might really play on your mind and really with you a bit, you know? Especially if your partner was like really enjoying it, or I just think maybe
I don't want to see my partner having sex with somebody else.
Yeah.
Even if I'm in the room, not an image I want.
No, I mean, it does turn me on, but I would never want to actually do
it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but it's a messed up fantasy of mine, but I would never actually go through with it.
Yeah. The throuple thing
is too scary. I'm too jealous or overprotective of like my
person.
I
feel like there's obviously an element of jealousy, right? But it's just more like territorial. Like, I just feel like what's mine is mine. And I don't want to share that with other people. Like, why would I? Even if it's another girl, like for me, sex is just like, it's like intimate, right?
Really
like it's like two people, right? Coming together.
It's like a sacred thing that you do with someone that you really love.
Yeah.
So I could totally get around it if I wasn't like, maybe if it wasn't my partner. And I mean, I'm 31. I'm in a long-term relationship. Don't think I'll ever be experiencing a throuple.
Same. Whilst we're on the topic of throuples, I feel like that's not for me to begin with. But there's that next step where like, basically, let me get into it. So I was at a club one day, like maybe a year ago or so, and there was this glamour in there, right? Like she was a rocket, right? So I was chatting her up time. We're having drinks, whatnot, right? We're like, she's flirting with me. I'm giving a bit back, whatever. And then I go to the bar to get a drink, and I turn around and she's like pretty much hugging and very intimate and close to this guy. And he was like 10'8". And he's covered in tattoos and he was monstrous, right? And I was like, oh my God, they're kissing. And I was like, I'm you. Like, this guy is massive. I've been rizzing up his bird for the last 3 hours.
Oh, were you talking to her?
Yeah. And then I go over there with a drink because I bought her a drink, innit? I'm like, hey, mate. And he's like, oh, I seen you chatting up my wife. And I was like, oh, like, sorry, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that you were together. He's like, no, that's all good. Long story short, he comes in and he's asking me then, he's like, would you be interested in coming back with us? And I was like, hold on a minute now. They're obviously, this is what they're into, yeah?
See, I feel like that'd be okay for you.
No, yeah.
If they like it.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, well, if it was two girls, perhaps, maybe, right? But he's a geezer, right? And it gets worse because then I'm like, oh, I'm not into threesomes. He's like, no, I don't want a threesome. I just want to wank over you fucking my wife.
See, it's an actual fantasy.
And I was like, you having a laugh? I was like, ha ha ha, slapping him on his back, thinking it was a joke. And he was like looking confused. And I was like, you're mad. And he's like, that's what I want to do. That's what we do. And then I was like, what do you mean? And apparently it's a thing called, I could be wrong, but it's like cuckolding or something like that, where basically your partner masturbates over your other half having intercourse with somebody else.
It's definitely a real thing. But like, me. I would get offended if my boyfriend was like, I want to see someone else you. I'd be like,
Yeah. And how, like, that to me is a bit crazy. Like,
it is, but it is a thing.
it's everyone has their own like fetishes or fantasies, I guess. Like, that's sweet. But I could never, no matter how hot you are, it could be Eva Mendes in her prime. I would never be able to poke her with her boyfriend masturbating watching me. Because I'd be just thinking, there's a geezer looking at my asshole here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
It's pretty weird.
Good job for not going through with that. And thank you so much for sharing. But yeah, I think the general consensus is no, we wouldn't do it, especially with a long-term or serious partner.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd love to sit here and talk about sex all day, but that's the end of the episode. But we will be back next week with some juicy topics.
Staying on the sex topics, there's some juice coming next week. So if you want to tune in then.
We're going to lay it out all on the table. No, nothing will be